Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. I would like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like.
Pia ndugu yetu Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta ametuma salamu. Mnapokea?
So Raila Odinga came back from Poland on a day that was scheduled for the Kamukunji rally. And by now, I believe that all of you watched that event and you could tell that Raila Odinga's reception was warm and welcoming. But there's something I noticed throughout the whole session of Raila Odinga's speech. I realized that Kenyans were truly with him. The masses that turned up for that event, especially on a day that is supposed to be a working day, shocked so many. But the message that Raila Odinga carried himself, especially from Poland, is what most of the people in that rally welcomed. Raila Odinga's emphasis in today's event was on the fact that William Ruto had betrayed Kenyans. That is what Raila Odinga kept mentioning. He also talked about the traitors. And by the traitors, I think Raila Odinga was referring to the members of parliament who have been skipping Azimio's events, but then they were voted in courtesy of Azimio and courtesy of Raila Odinga's political influence. And these are none other than Jalango and Esther Passaris. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that Jalango is one of those people who succeeded in being a member of parliament of Langata, courtesy of Raila Odinga. Nixon Korir would have carried the day were it not for Raila Odinga's political influence in the whole of Langata and Kibra area. So 2027 will be a bit tricky for Jalango, because he will be forced to vie on a UDA ticket and not ODM ticket. So, but that is going to be tricky for him. Raila also talked about forcing a repeal of the Finance Act. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that yesterday William Ruto signed into law the finance bill without blinking an eye. He did not even want to think about the concerns of Kenyans, because many people thought that maybe William Ruto would maybe decide to send the finance bill back to the parliament for people to debate on it. But he did not even blink an eye and just ascended his signature to it. So that is one thing that Raila Odinga mentioned. What Raila Odinga said was heavy in meaning, but I would like to share with you a video of the detailed statement of what Raila Odinga said during that event. So just listening to this part of Raila Odinga's press statement.
Effective next week, therefore, fuel taxes rises from 8% to 16%. We will pay housing tax whether we need a house or not. The cost of basic goods, which has been weighing Kenyans down, is going up from next week again. At a time like this, silence would be a betrayal to the country. Silence would be treason. We cannot be a nation of people who, having eyes, refuse to see, and having ears, refuse to hear. We have suffered a cruel betrayal of our trust and confidence in the ability of our representatives to protect us. We must punish the traitors, and we must force a repeal of the Finance Act. But what happened this past week and yesterday is not just about the Finance Act. This is about the re-emergence of a dictatorship under leaders who cut their teeth and honed their political skills in an infamous school of dictatorship. We all know where Mr. William Ruto is coming from. We all know where Rigathi Gachagua is coming from. In the run-up to the vote on the bill, more than 90% of Kenyans rejected it. Even after MPs voted in favor of the bill, polls continue to show that the majority of Kenyans did not like it. However, true to his character as a dictator, Ruto proceeded as if Kenyans had not spoken and he imposed penal.
Also, he talked about traitors fueling dictatorship here in Kenya, because members of parliament, 184 members who voted for the third reading, thereby passing that finance bill and sending it to William Ruto for the signature, he said that these 184 members of parliament, they only sought to fuel the dictatorship of this government. And in other words, Raila Odinga said that hawa watu hawakujali maslahi ya Wakenya. Hawa watu walikuwa wanajali tu yale maslahi yao. So in summary, Raila Odinga said that William Ruto what he's doing is simply selling illusions of hope to Kenyans. Kenyans who are hopeless. So what William Ruto is trying to do to them is simply selling hopes. Just like he used to do when he was campaigning. You remember when he was campaigning, he used to sell a lot of hopes to Kenyans who never knew that they would be shortchanged.
You have some bad news for Mr. Ruto. Ruto and all those who think like him are going to learn the painful way never to mess with the people's food, fuel, and freedom. Hello? Ruto and his ilk are going to learn the hard way that Kenyans are fed up but not helpless. In this time of desperation in the country, Ruto is selling illusions of hope to our people with the phantom proposals that are meant to line the pockets of his cronies. It is wrong. It is cruel. It is evil. The question we must ask ourselves is, can a leader mean well for the people than the people do for themselves? The answer is no. Kenyans must not trust that insider smile that Ruto wears. It is betrayer's kiss. If Ruto meant well, he would have listened to the people. He did not, and now we must fight. Fellow Kenyans, comrades, a regime that has so blatantly ignored and betrayed us does not deserve our delegated power. We are taking back our sovereign power. We are going to the trenches ourselves to fight for ourselves. This regime does not deserve our obedience. We have no obligation to work for the success of a regime that has no interest in our success. We are the people. Therefore, the people of Kenya, let us embrace tax boycotts. Let us deny Ruto the fuel tax by limiting consumption of petrol and diesel. One way to do this is to carpool. Let us arrange to make regular journeys in a single vehicle whenever possible. Give each other a ride. Cut down on non-essential travel. Walk instead of driving whenever possible. I appeal to all employers to allow their workers time to walk to and from work. I appeal to Matatu owners to support tax boycotts. while observing safety measures. Maintain the current fare, but double your carrying capacity as part of the civil disobedience. Our police officers should support our call by allowing matatus to carry above capacity at current costs so that Kenyans can commute. Hello? I appeal to businesses to disable or avoid electronic tax registers, make nil returns on VAT, and instead give discounts to customers. This way, we shall recover the VAT route is taking illegally through the fuel. I appeal to employers to ignore the punitive deductions of employees' salaries that will only line the pockets of Ruto's strategically placed cronies. Mr. Ruto is driving us off the roads with high fuel prices. We must deny his officers the comfort of driving us off the road with their vehicles. Let us deny the government vehicles and motorcades the right of way that they take for granted. They may sound the sirens as they wish, but everyone must follow the traffic except for ambulances.
So yes, from that video, ladies and gentlemen, RAILA is talking about a raft of measures which Kenyans need to embark on to be able to force the government. I want to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Now it is up to Kenyans and it's not up to Raila Odinga anymore. So dear viewers, kindly tell us below the comment section what you think about this analysis. You can also tell us what you think about Raila Odinga's statement. So dear viewers, until we catch up again in our next analysis, kindly stay safe and stay blessed.